ठीक है करे चालू ये कौन सी मीटिंग है 400 एंड दिस इज 400 एंड विच मीटिंग 443 settle in good morning welcome to the 443rd chapter meeting of Toastmasters Club of Pune Northwest. The Toastmasters Club of Pune Northwest provides a supportive and positive learning experience in which members are empowered to develop communication and leadership skills, resulting in greater self-confidence and personal growth. Before we get started with our meeting, a few ground rules for all the people present over here. First and foremost important ground rule, please switch off your cell phones or keep them on silent mode. Using of cell phones can be distracting to the speakers. So let us do that right away. Have everyone switched off their phones? Great. Second important part is the greeting protocol. Whenever you are on stage, the correct greeting protocol is area directors, Mr. Presiding Officer, Toastmaster of the day, fellow Toastmasters, and dear guests. Next important part is people who are on the online mode, please have your camera on at all the time and keep your microphones muted unless and until instructed by the Toastmaster of the day. Please refrain from movement that might be distracting to the speakers. People present in the offline mode, if you have to move out for some reason, please wait until the speaker has finished his speech or stop talking. And most important rule of all that, maintain a broad smile during the entire meeting. Now, let me welcome upon us on the stage our president of the club, Toastmaster Chandrashekhar.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Anish, for that warm introduction. Present in our meeting. So I would request each and everyone to come on the stage and share what they do and how they got to know about Toastmaster within 15 seconds. So let us start with you. Would you like to introduce yourself? Yes, please come on the stage. Yes.
Hey, hi, I'm Shital Ninave. I just come to know about Toastmaster through my husband, as he is also into the improving his communication, and we were talking a lot about how to improve our communication because we are lacking it in many phases of our life. Basically, when we come to talking with our children, when we are talking in a meeting, and when we are working professionally, we are not able to express our feelings basically through the good communication. So to come out of that, we just were searching something, and when my husband come across this Postmaster, and we joined her, and we joined this group. So today is our first day. So we would like to be a part of this going forward. Thank you.
I would request you also to come on the stage.
Yeah, it's okay. Yes. Hi all, I'm Sanket Hade. She's my wife, and yes, same story is here. I'm also facing a communication problem, and yeah, that is a fear actually, talking in the front of many people. So I share with that my mentor, one of the mentor, and he suggests me that you join the Toastmaster. So I contact with the Mayur. Thanks to Mayur that he added me in the group, and yes, today I'm here. Yeah, I hope that I will improve my communication skill as well as that remove that fear that talking in front of people's. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. I will request you also to come on the stage. Meanwhile, Toastmaster, can you confirm if there are any guests online?
Hi, good morning. I am Sandesh Patil. This is my first day for the Toastmaster Club. I'm excited to see you all. Let us learn from each other.
Thank you. I would request you also to come on the stage. Yeah.
Hello everyone. Good morning. I'm Varsha Ainure, and this is the second time. Means first I have attended this meeting virtually, and in person. This is the second time I'm attending this meeting. And because of Mayur, I came here today. And he means every time whenever we had a call and all, he talked lots about things. Means he shared so many things about Toastmaster. This is the platform. Then how we can improve our skills, communications, and how we can communicate very well with the people. So it is nice to be here today. So thank you.
Thank you. Yeah. I would request people present in the online mode to also introduce themselves. I see Nilesh Vani. Nilesh Vani, would you like to introduce yourself? Can we unmute him? Can we ask him to unmute? Yeah. Think. Yeah. Hello, Nilesh. Yes. Please introduce yourself. Can you hear us, Nilesh? You. Thank you. Thank you so much, everyone, for coming here today. I, Chandrashekhar Mankar, the presiding officer of this meeting, uh, no, opens this meeting officially. Good morning, our district official, Toastmaster Mayur, Toastmaster Raghavendra. They are the area director for different area that belongs to a different region in our Toastmaster community. Now, when I got to know about the theme, the first thing that came up in my mind is one abhanga from Sant Tukaram, which says that, if you might have heard about it, लहानपण देगा देवा मुंगी साखरेचा रवा ऐरावत रत्न थोर त्यासी अंकुशाचा मारा. Now, this particular abhanga talks about the greatness that you can achieve. But to go through that greatness, to achieve that greatness, we have to be humble with each and everyone. Starting from the bottom, or whenever we are childhood, we want to be at greater heights, but we cannot achieve those heights until and unless we are a humble person, humble towards each and everyone that we meet in our life, be it a person who is at like higher level or be it a person that at lower level. In Toastmaster also, you might see that there are people who are like 5 years older, they are in Toastmaster 5 years, 10 years, but what you see common in each and every Toastmaster is their humbleness. And today you might able to witness it. The best thing about the Toastmaster platform is that you actually get to speak on the stage. That's what the public speaking is about. So today, all of you, I would request each and everyone, I would encourage each and everyone to come up on the stage and speak whenever they get the chance. Now, to talk more about the theme, I would like to call upon the host of today's meeting. By profession, she is a senior remedial educator and behavioral therapist, and she likes drawing mandala. So let's welcome Toastmaster Insiya on the stage with a big round of applause.
Mr. Nikhil, if you can just on the PPT with us share. What's that? Okay. Till then, because the theme is childhood games, why not start with a childhood game, right? Okay, how many of you have heard of this game called Chidiya Ud? Yeah, I think all of you know how to play. Let's quickly freshen our memories and then go forward, okay? Everybody, you have to do this. Okay. Okay. Chidiya, ud. Tota, aeroplane, toastmaster, elephant, lion, Donkey, monkey, frog. Okay, welcome to the 443rd chapter meeting of Toastmasters Club of Pune Northwest. I am Toastmaster Insiya, who is going to be your host for today. Gilli Danda, uh, cricket, kho-kho, kabaddi. These are some of the names that take you down to the memory lane of your childhood, isn't it? How many of you here, when think of childhood games, what are the games that quickly comes in your mind? Your favorite childhood games? Come on. Yes. A lot of people have, yes. So a lot of people have different games that they have been playing throughout their childhood. I also had my group of people, my group of childhood friends whom I have played games with, and I used to play cricket. I know you won't believe it. I was not a very good player, but we all we had this cricket matches, girls versus boys kind of a situation, and it was fun that days. But today, when I see kids, they are so much engrossed in their video games, their phone games, that I feel that they are missing out on a very important aspect of childhood games. So today, I am here to, I know all of you know most of the childhood games, but I'm here to just refresh your memories about the childhood games so that you can take back home and ask maybe your children to play with you or that games. So Toastmaster Nikhil, let's start with one quick guess the game. Can anybody tell me? Yes, I've also given the description about how the game is played so that anybody who wants to take any notes of how to play has the manual for it. Next. How many of you know this? Okay. There's also one English name for it. Hopscotch. So I have been playing this from like a long time. The hopscotch is one of my favorite games. We used to play in school. Okay, next. Okay. Now quickly. So today we are all here. We have some new players here, guest players. So I will just quickly introduce you all to the game of Toastmasters that we're going to play today. Okay? So the game of Toastmasters has 3 levels. The first level is about prepared speeches, where the speaker will come on the podium and give a speech on a definite objective of the speech, and those speeches will be evaluated by our seasoned players. Okay, so seasoned Toastmaster players will be evaluating it. The second level would be the table topic session, where all the guest players are going to be part of it. So they will be given a chance to come on the stage and talk upon some or the other impromptu speaking, as we say. You will be given a topic and you have to talk about that. The third level is the evaluation session and report presentation. So all the evaluations that took place, that will be done in the third level, and all the role players. So we will have some role players. They will be presenting their reports. And the last, today we have a bonus level. That is, we have our newsletter publication, and that will come to know when we head towards it. Okay, next. Okay, so we all know, do you know what a denner is in a game? What does a denner do? Yeah, he runs and do what? Like if you're a denner, what is your responsibility? Yes, catch someone or make that person out, right? That is the main goal of a denner. So in the meeting of Toastmasters, the game of Toastmasters, we have 3 people, 3 denners who are going to check on you on certain aspects, and if you're not following that, they're going to catch you. Okay, so the first denner or the first person that I would like to call upon, who is going to play the role of timer, is Toastmaster Deep. The Toastmaster Deep would be playing the role of timer for today, and he will be coming up and explaining his role for the day.
Hello, happy morning to all my dear Toastmasters and guests, of course. I'm the timer. Timer is a very fantastic concept when it comes to any meeting of any Toastmaster club, and which I like very frequently because time is everything. Some quote I have read, right time is, there is nothing like a right time. Every time which is right is the right time. So now my role is nothing but to watch on every aspect and every speech and every speaker who is coming on the stage, keep and note and check his time. So timing, you can see three cards with me. So this is like the green card as per the minimal allocated time for that particular thing. For example, for prepared speeches, 5 minutes is the minimum time. So I'll be showing green card at 5 minutes. Then there is a yellow card, which is like the next level in between. That is the time next to the green is the time, I mean maximum time which is allocated. And the red card is something which is completed time, and there will be 30 seconds of grace period for each and everything. So for table topic speeches, I will be again dictating that how much time is there. And I think that's a lot about my role and responsibilities. So I'll be coming with you all my report at the end of this meeting. So with that note, thank you very much. Over to Toastmasters.
Okay, so now it's time for the second dinner for today. Somebody who is one of my favorite dinners, because that person is the one who catches you if you're using not so good language or not so good usage of grammar. So we have the grammarian for today, Toastmaster Pranav, who will be playing the role of grammarian.
So I'm Pranav. I'll be acting as grammarian for today. We put effort on every daily basis, and I guess we all know the famous mathematical formula. 0.1 unit of effort you put in every day on 365 days, you will be able to reap 37.7 units of return. So make most of it, and I'll be gauging your speeches and sentences and try to make most of it, how much good you spoke and what bad it is. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Pranav. So, Toastmaster Pranav, can you just tell us the word of the day and phrase of the day for today, so that people are aware of it?
So, word of the day, which we are taking up, is uprise. So, this actually means to rise up, to get up, to come into living state, to come into existence. Make use of this statement, make use of this word. I can help you with an example. Like the Indian image is uprising in the minds of the Westerns with the help of our Indian government today. So let's we make best out of it. The phrase of the sentence, phrase of today's day is hold the line, which means stick to your own practices and effort on and keep focus on that so that you don't deviate from your track. So please make use of this word and phrase of the day. If anybody want to volunteer here, can raise their hand. Uprise and hold the line. Yes, please.
To uprise in our Toastmasters journey, we have to actively participate in the meeting and hold the line according to our levels.
That's a very good usage, Toastmaster Devai. Now it's time for our third dinner for the day. So he will be catching us if we are using filler words or words that are not necessary. So for playing the role of counter for today, we have Toastmaster Abhishek. Toastmaster Abhishek Verma.
Hello, I am visible and audible, everyone in the meeting.
Yes, you're audible and visible.
Okay, so greetings to Area Director, President, Toastmaster of the Day, and fellow guests. Today, my name is Abhishek Verma, and I am playing the role of the R counter. So the purpose of the R counter is to note words and sounds that are used as crutches or pause fillers by the speakers. During the meeting, I will listen for any overused words, including and, well, but, so, I'll also listen for filler sounds such as filler sounds such as or. At the end of the meeting, I will report the number of times each person uses these expressions. So as an R counter, I'll also report the flawless and the almost flawless speakers list. So what are the two ways that you can come into the flawless speakers category? First way is to take your time before you speak something. Frame a sentence in your head, hold up your line, and then speak in clarity. Second, as far as the Toastmasters guidelines is considered, you can always limit the use of filler words by 10%. So with 10%, it is negligible, and we can neglect the filler sounds, and you can come into the flawless speakers category. With this, I hand over the stage back to the Toastmaster today for the rest of the proceedings.
Thank you. Thank you, Toastmaster Abhishek. Now, we are going to move forward with our first level. That is the level 1, the prepared speeches. So we do have some Toastmaster who has prepared some speeches on some objectives of the pathway that they have been following. So today the first speaker is delivering his project from level 1, engaging humor. Before calling the speaker, I would like his evaluator for the day, Toastmaster Chandrashekhar, who is an engineer by profession and magician by heart, to come up on the stage and please give away the objectives of the speech.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster of the Day. Our speaker is going to deliver his level 1 project 2 evaluation and feedback 1. The objective of the speeches are to deliver a speech, receive feedback, and apply those feedback to the next speech. All the best to the speaker, and back to the Toastmaster of the Day.
Okay, so the first speaker is a seasoned Toastmaster. Toastmaster Abhishek Negi, who's an engineer by profession and enjoys coding, swimming, reading. And when I asked him what is his favorite childhood game, he said hide and seek. So now I would like to call upon Toastmaster Abhishek with his speech title, Accept Diversity for a Public Speaker. Accept Diversity for a Public Speaker by Toastmaster Abhishek.
Thank you so much, Insiya, and I hope I'm audible and visible to everyone.
Yes.
Okay, that is great. Now let us do a social experiment. Don't worry, there are no cameras in the room. So imagine that you are sitting on the couch. You turn on the TV, Discovery Channel. You saw a Asian or Chinese person trying out different cuisine. It was interesting. You started observing it, and suddenly that person started trying different kind of food that you didn't expect. That person started eating crabs or octopus, snakes, rodents. It's disgusting. You felt like vomit. In fact, you could feel a few drops of vomit in your own mouth. You thought to yourself, how can someone eat something like this? Has it ever occurred to you? Yes, no? Okay, let us move on to another two scenarios where you can see similar example. For example, if you are sitting with your friends and you were having a different kind of discussion and you started discussing about a culture that some other having or some practices that other culture are having. Now you thought to yourself that this is not normal. This happening in this culture and that might be wrong. I think that must have happened to you. Or in your public speaking, in your Toastmasters meeting, and on the stage you are already prepared. You have started giving, but then you thought to yourself, my thoughts and beliefs are different than my audience. Will they accept me? I'm sure that this must have happened to you as well. There is a common thing between these three examples. And today I'm going to talk about that. Presiding Officer, Toastmasters Day, fellow Toastmasters, and dear guest. A very warm morning to all of you. Today, we are living in multi-ethnicity, multicultural world. Because of the internet, we are much more connected than ever. Even if we talk about Pune city, then there are more than 40% of population from outside. As a public speaker, sometimes it is a bit complex to speak to such a diverse audience. And I think the Toastmasters gives us the flexibility because we are meeting so many diverse people. But how can we be a better speaker in a multicultural world? And that brings us to one word that you might notice or experience as a public speaker. Ethnocentric. Ethnocentric, what it is? Ethnocentric means believing that our way of life or our culture is better than any other culture or any other way of life. It is believing that our life is right and it is the correct word. It is natural way of living. And all other way of living, it is completely wrong. This is something that we might experience every single day. For example, in the food example, for us, vegetarian or normal chicken, everything it is fine for us. But in some culture, because of poverty or they have large population, they started eating whatever they can in order to survive. And that becomes natural to us. But it is unnatural. Ethnocentric tells us that our way of life is different. And as a public speaker, our job is to make sure that we are not having this belief. We are going away from being ethnocentric. We are more accepting. Now, how can we do so? Being ethnocentric is important because it helps us to be in a group. If I talk about Indian, then we are Indian and we have our Indian values. It helps us connect with each other. For every culture, it brings us a good will and connect with people. But at the same time, it brings us prejudice to other people. As a public speaker, our job is to understand different culture instead of judging them and give our speech in such a way that it will connect with all audience. Now, being ethnocentric doesn't mean that we will accept everything that happens in different culture. Let us take an example. In the past, child marriage was common. Then government made the decision whether it is good or wrong. Instead of directly going to the conclusion, they first of all accepted that this is something that is happening in the society. Now they made the evaluation whether this is something that we should change or let it go. They found that it hampers the collective good or goals in our country. So our leader decided to let us make the change. And we are public speaker, so we have a power. As a public speaker, we have power to speak. We have the power to change the mind of the audience. Our leaders use their communication skill and their skills that they have learned throughout the years to change the mind, and the child marriage has reduced a lot. Now, as an ethnocentric public speaker, our job is to analyze, our job is to understand, then our job is to understand whether we are accepting or not. If we are accepting, then we can write the speech in such a way. Otherwise, we can work on changing the values of other people. What is now meaning of ethnocentric as a listener? In the audience, we have a lot of listener, and how can we listen to different kind of audience? Let us meet Jessica. She is from United States of America, and she is doing a course in Limo University as a public speaker. She visited Chennai and she got fascinated with the diversity in India. She went back to America and in her public speaking class, she wanted to talk about it. To bring more impact to her speech, she dressed in an ethnic sari and she added a bindi to her head. She gave a fantastic speech of everything that she learned in India. After her speech, she expected that her audience will ask about what they're learning. There was one audience member and she became uncomfortable. She thought to herself, is this clothing natural? Is this clothing normal? And then the discussion went in the direction of fashion of India, fashion of different country. Now they were ethnocentric. They didn't accept that different kinds of clothing is possible. And because of that, they missed a very important message that she could have given to our country. As a public speaker, again, what we need to do, we need to accept the unity in diversity of our country. If we want to reduce being ethnocentric, then we can believe that different way of life is possible. A person can communist and democracy both can bring result. People in the village and people in the city, they can have different way of life, but they can also live a good life. Even if two different people has different way of living, that is normal. That's it, and thank you. Over to you, Toastmasters.
Thank you, Toastmaster Abhishek. That was indeed a great speech. Now, I would like the timer to give us 30 seconds of time. If anybody wants to give any feedback to the speaker, they can either put it on the chat or maybe give it in the written format. So, Toastmaster Deep, let me know once 30 seconds are done. Okay. Now it's time to move to our second speaker for today. Our second speaker for today is delivering her project one from level one of the pathway dynamic leadership. Before calling upon the speaker for today, I would first request her individual evaluator, Toastmaster Anish, to please come up and tell the objectives of the speech.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day. My target speaker today, Toastmaster Devi, will be delivering a speech from Dynamic Leadership Pathway, Level 1, Project 1. The purpose of this project or this speech is to apply the feedback which she has received in her previous speeches. Now, this feedback can be use of voice modulation, use of body language. Now, it will be interesting how beautifully she can apply this to her speech. So, all the best to my target speaker, Toastmaster Devi. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
So our second speaker for today is Toastmaster Devi. Her confidence and her willingness to learn is something which I admire the most. She is a component designer by profession, and her favorite childhood game is also hide and seek. I think hide and seek is going to win today at the end of the day. Her speech title is Trekking by Toastmaster Devi.
Good morning. Thank you. Everyone has one doctor, but I have two. Can you guys guess what? One is my left leg and the another is my right leg. As walking is the best medicine and it is possible with the help of these doctors only. Now has story to tell and I also have a story to tell with you. The trekking I recently did about 20 days ago. Can you guys guess the place which I have visited? It is the second greatest canyons in the western Sayadri ranges. Yes, you are right. recently, 20 days ago, on 3rd and 5th of June, there was a festival of Firefly Festival, and I was going for that. On the way, we headed from the Nashik Fata, and we reached on the site at the evening, and I just saw the beautiful sunset happening in the mountains. The site, the which we cannot get it in the city life. These are the very rare moments in our life. After the beautiful sunset view there, we head towards the site, which is Samrat village. And the valley is in the Samrat village. It's about 1 kilometer away from that village, and it's in the Bandardara in district Ahmednagar. And the height of that place is about 4,255 feet. We headed towards across the narrow road uh, in forest. We were not alone on that road, as a huge amount of people are capturing that festival. So we headed towards that, and we enjoyed the Fireflies Festival happening there. How I enjoyed that. I will explore with you that, and I can give you an example that I have prepared some video clip. Can you please just video clip? So, how it looks like the Firefly Festival. Yes, you can just please. So how the festival is, and how I also try to capture it in my camera, but it wouldn't possible because of the camera's frequencies. So we headed towards the Samrat village, and around it was dark when we reached that place. And it is like we have to do something before the dinner is served. We have introduced with another trekkers and have enjoyed dancing with some Bollywood mashups. After that, we had while dancing, the jaws in our bellies are also dancing too. So that jaws are filled up with the delicious homemade food on that village, Samrat village, and with the beautiful homemade chicken curries and junka bhakri. I enjoyed that food a lot, sitting on the floor and enjoyed that homemade food. It's an awesome experience for me. Now it's the main event of that Fireflies Festival. Our organizer headed us toward the forest and asked us, stopped and asked us to switch off the lights, headlights and torches so that we can. And we all are awestruck with the 360 degrees specular sparkling view of the trees. Are seeing like the Christmas decoration tree in our Diwali or in our Christmas, like you had just seen that in the video. And it was just awesome experience for me. After that, we had an open sky tent and the enjoying a lot with the bonfire discussions, all the things happening over there. You just have to enjoy it this once in your lifetime. It gives you a lot of positivity and freshness within you. So after that, on the next day, we are woke up in the foggy and misty mountains, and it was a really awesome weather there. We headed towards the Sandan Valley. On the side, were were catch up with our tents is about a kilometer away from the Sandan Valley uh, trek starting. So you can just see guys with the first view of Sandan Valley. Can you just share the picture? And this one is with my trek mates. And it was awesome experience to do rappelling at the beginning of the valley. It is the adventure which I did in my life. I enjoyed a lot. There are a lot, so many things during with trekking. Like we have the difficulties while trekking over the rocks. All those I enjoyed. It's a new high for me. Really enjoyed the journey, and are you guys excited for the trip? Let's plan it and enjoy it. Thank you. Over to you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Devai, for uprising my knowledge of the Firefly festival that took place. Now, Toastmaster Deep, 30 seconds time if anybody wants to give any feedback to Toastmaster Devai about the speech. You can either give it in a written format or verbally, howsoever. Okay, so we have our third speaker for today. The third speaker for today is delivering his level 2 from Project 1 Dynamic Leadership. Before calling upon the speaker, I would first like his evaluator, Toastmaster Raghavendra, to please come up and give away the objectives.
Mr. Presiding Officer, fellow Toastmasters, and dear guests, good morning. The speaker will be attempting speech from Pathway Dynamic Leadership Project, Understanding Your Leadership Style. The purpose of the project is to member to identify his or her primary leadership style, and the purpose of speech is to member to share some aspect of his primary leadership style with the members, audience, and discuss leadership style in general. Thank you, and over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you so much, Mr. Raghavendra. Okay, so the third speaker for today, he is a program manager by profession and he loves playing chess. For me, chess is one of the most difficult games because I don't understand it. I'm going to take questions from Toastmaster Ashutosh once the meeting is done. Okay, the title of the speech is very interesting. Gravy of leadership. I think gravy, the moment you hear that, your mouth starts watering. So, Gravy of Leadership by Toastmaster Ashutosh.
Good morning, leaders sitting on my left side. Good morning, leaders sitting in front of me. And good morning, leaders sitting at the right of me. Have you noticed that I have said good morning, leaders? It can be Toastmasters, fellow Toastmasters, or guests also. Why I prefer to choose a word leader than a Toastmasters? Any wild guesses? Yes. Because that is the final outcome what we are going to get. Okay. Yes, Raghavendra. Perfect, bang on. We are the leaders of our own life. Now, I wanted you all to dwell on one more aspect. Have you ever heard born leader? We have heard this word, born leader. And we have also heard a concept of leader in making or formation of leader. So which one is correct, or both of the two is correct? Can we say that he is a born leader, or can we say if one is not a born leader, but he can become one? We can become one. And we people sitting in this platform definitely should say that we can become one, because we are sitting under the head of Toastmasters, and the punchline of Toastmasters, the tagline of Toastmasters is where leaders are made. So we all are either a leader or a potential leader who are going to lead our life in every aspect. So now we wanted to understand from you all that who is leader, how one can become leader. So some very cliches line we all have heard. Who is leader? Deep. Who is leader? One who leads the team. Insiya, who is leader? One who helps people to grow. When I was doing a little research, not research, rather I should say a Google search, that that who is leader. So I came across many cliched lines. Leader is one who walk the talk. Leader who finds the way, goes the way, shows the way. This kind of words we have had so many times. But what really it means to become a leader, that I try to understand, and then I try to figure out, am I a leader or not? And when I was discussing the same aspect in my home, so my wife told me that, are you in any of WhatsApp group when you are the administrator? I said yes. Then you are a leader, because in a group of maybe 10, 20, 50 people, you are running a WhatsApp group. So it means you are a leader. Then how? It means there are some certain set of qualities what must be there in myself, what makes me leader. So you people sitting in this platform, are you running any WhatsApp group where you are a administrator? Chandra, I know you for sure. Oh my God. So sir, you are also a leader. Great. See, we are leaders sitting over here. We need not to remember those cliched lines. Jokes apart, in real, see, for example, when I wanted to understand my leadership style, when I was given a certain set of questionnaires and I have to take one after another, what category I'm fall into. So there are total 8 kind of leadership styles what have been mentioned in the Toastmasters manual. So one is democratic, bureaucratic, altruistic, then innovative, coaching, and 3 more are there. I tried to understand which among them I'm going to fit into. And to my utter surprise, my score was 23 for one leadership style, 24 for someone, and every other 8 were falling into 23, 24, 23, 24. So I was not able to fit myself in a single one. Or there's a very subtle and small difference between the two ranking that I was getting into. And I feel it is true. The reason of why I am not able to fit myself to a certain leadership style, because I personally feel that this is the only thing what differentiates me as an individual to a machine. Because one mold or one cast cannot be used to make every pattern, or in a different language, one size doesn't fit for all. Isn't it true? Because we need to understand that with what kind of people I'm dealing with what kind of surroundings I'm working in. And depending on the situation, surrounding, people, enterprise environment to set, I need to change my leadership style. How I can say I'm a democratic, or how I can say I'm a biocratic, or how I can say I'm an innovative, or how I can say I'm a coaching kind of leadership style. It will not fit to one's personality. He must have to be agile enough. He must have to be innovative enough. He must have to be dynamic in terms of changing his leadership depending on the team he's working with. And see, when I say that I'm a leader because of my certain qualities, depending on the demography, depending on the people. I'm changing my personality, I'm changing my attribute. What is one thing that I'm changing? For that, some golden rules or the nature of life is also. For example, if I'm going to switch on the switch, the bulb will glow, correct? Earth rotates because of what? We have a day and night. If we are coming to Toastmasters, we are going to learn and grow. These are simple rules. Similarly, if we follow some certain rules, we all can become a leader or a good leader, rather, I should say. And what those rules are? If we are open-minded, if we are optimistic towards our life, and if we are ready to listen others, if we are effective in communication. So these are some very small rules, and if we are going to follow these rules, definitely we can become a good leader for sure. Nothing can going to stop us. The reason it is very simple and very effective. The way I mentioned, if you keep on coming to Toastmasters, you are going to learn and grow for sure. For the small incremental change is going to shape your personality in a certain way. And this is the gravy of becoming a good leaders. And if we are going to put all these good elements in our personality, in our behavioral pattern, definitely we are going to become a good leader for sure. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ashutosh. I think that recipe, the recipe that he has given, we all needed that. Am I right? Yes. Okay, Toastmaster Deep, can we have 30 seconds so that if there is any feedback that needs to be given to Toastmaster Ashutosh? Yes. 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 Done? Okay. So with this, we are done with our first level of the game of Toastmasters, that is the prepared speeches. Before moving out, we would just before moving ahead, I would just like Toastmaster Deep to tell if there are any disqualifications. You can tell from there if there are any disqualifications. Okay, so all the speakers, on the basis of time, all the speakers are qualified for winning the Best Speaker award. Should we do the rating now or should we keep it for the last? Are we ready with the poll? Okay, so we'll do it towards then. Okay, can you start the PPT? Okay, before just going out. Okay, so we're done with the first. Next. Guess the game. Yes, it's kabaddi, 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 kabaddi. Next, please. Okay, because we are here to cherish some games and play some games. So before going for the break, I would like to take a quick game. So how many of you know Dog and the Bone? Have you heard of the game called Dog and the Bone? No. So we will see how we play Dog and the Bone. So I would request our outgoing president and incoming president to please come on the podium. कोई object दे दो मुझे. Give me some object. 10. Okay. So basically, Dog and the Bone. So this is a modernized version. I am not playing the way it is. One object will be kept in the middle. Okay. I'll keep it in the middle. I'll give you some instructions. You need to follow that instructions like head, knees, toes, shoulder, head, knees, toes, shoulder. Easy. I'll just the moment I say, you have to pick. We will do some yoga. And yeah, also one more rule, you have to keep on moving. Don't stand. Keep moving. Move, 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 move. Head, shoulder, knees, toes, head, shoulder, ears, knees, toes, head, shoulder, move, knees, head, shoulder, knees, toes, bend, head, bend. That is the end of the game. Okay. With this, now we will take a small break. Quickly, we'll just refresh ourselves and come back for the second and the third level of game of Toastmasters. Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah. Then come back at 12:08. If anyone wants to stretch themselves, who is the head of the master?
Okay, sure. Should we start? Huh? Is the recording started? Toastmaster Chandrashekhar. Okay, welcome back. I hope everybody is settled down. Okay, settled down seems wrong. Okay. Can you share the PPT, Toastmaster Chandrashekhar? Okay. So, yes. Guess the game. Quick. Get the name. What is the name of the top? Like, what is it called? No, it's very Gen Z version of the game, not spinner. It starts with L. Okay. Yes, it's the game. Achha, did you say I didn't hear it? I didn't hear it. So sorry. Okay, next, please. Oh, no, back, back. I think we've. Okay, so we are here for the level 2 of the Toastmasters game, the game of Toastmasters. The level 2 is the table topic session. So basically here all the new players and the guest players have a benefit of coming on the podium and speak. So to explain more about table topic session, we have our table topic master for today, Toastmaster Nikhil, who loves playing guitars, and I would request him to come up and take the session.
Thank you, Toastmaster Insiya. So my name is Nikhil. Good morning, Toastmaster of the day, President, fellow Toastmasters, and dear guest. Today I will be playing the role of table topic master. For the benefit of guests, let me explain table topic session. So you have to come on the stage and you have to speak impromptu on any topic you will be given. But today the session will be a little bit different. You have to choose one sheet, and on the sheet there are 4 words. And using those 4 words, you have to create one story. And you will not disclose those words. You have to use those words in your speech. Means you cannot say my words are this. And after that, the audience will guess those 4 words. So that will be the session today's session, and I will need volunteer for that. Any volunteer? So you can choose any number. You can choose any number, or you can take cheat. So you have to use those words, and audience will guess those words after speech. Let's see how many words audience will guess.
Quite tough not using the word. Fine. You have it. Mr. Presiding Officer, fellow Toastmasters, and dear guests, good afternoon. Let me share you one story. There was a fisherman, and he was like, he found out that in the sea where he was fishing, there was so lots of fishes, but it was quite deep inside, and he was unable to get inside by his net and by his net. So he tried to put various means. So what he did, one of the mean was, uh, but he was quite sufficient with the thing which he found on the coastal area, fish. It was to surpass him, and he was able to manage his day work, manage to feed his family. But some looking at the sea fish inside the deep inside the ocean, his eyes sparked looking at it, and he chose create one big large net, and he throwed it inside the throwed inside the sea, and when but and he able to catch various fishes, lots of fishes. But what happened, the fishes he catch, some of other fishes, other fishermen he catch, and when he started to pull it, he wasn't able to pull take back. Finally he was able to come up this situation, and he used some kind of a motor and pump to take all the fishes. Without, because of it, other fishermen got angry, and it was become a quite of problem discussion, and other fishermen got angry with him. Finally, he decided to distribute those fishes with all the fishermen. The moral of the story is that when we are sufficient with our fishes we have, don't go for looking after other fishes, fishermen or other. Be satisfied with your own. Don't try to snatch other people's things. That's all. Over to you, table topic master.
So can anybody guess? Fish.
I am unable to use those forward. Not in next those forward. Yes.
No, 4 words. Actually, you did not use, yeah?
3 words. I was quite difficult to use.
Three words. Let them guess, right? Means you use 3 words in your story, right?
Yes, yes.
No. No.
What?
No. Which word? You did not.
Bus. I am unable to use this one.
Okay. So nobody identified today's word of the day. Uprise, greed, and sensitive. Yeah. And sensitive.
And sensitive. Point of discussion and don't be greedy.
Yes. Thank you, Toastmaster Abhindra.
I'll inform you when to start my timing. Yes. We all have heard a story of a village in which there was a dog and there was a lion. And in a village or a jungle, there is always fight between or other among the species of the jungle or the game, that who is going to win the game of. And for that, why everybody wanted to win that game is he wanted to prize from the livelihood in which he are into. And just to win that game and come above the hatred, the other animals, how one is going to play that game is important. And for that very reason, that dog went towards the lion and say, there is one more lion come in the jungle. He is going to defeat you for sure. And for that the reason, for my generosity towards you, I wanted you to bring you to that lion, the new lion, so that you can defeat your game. He, that dog take the lion to the riverside and showed him the water. The, the lion saw his own image and he just jumped into the river and he died. In this game of survival, the dog wins because he tried to show his generosity. Thank you. I hope I have mentioned those. Generosity perfect, game perfect, hated perfect. You said game perfect, generosity perfect, hated perfect, price perfect. See, all four words are there. Oh, sorry.
Very good story, Toastmaster. You will try. Toastmaster, Anuja.
Good afternoon. Can you hear me? Good afternoon. Hello. Good afternoon, Toastmasters. I'm Dr. Anuja Pednekar, and I have been a Toastmaster till 2019. And I have come post COVID today after a long time. But I'm really happy to be here. And I was looking forward to coming on this stage and talking to all you wonderful people. I'm starting my speech now. Timer, please start the timer. Oh, is it? I'm out of touch. Although you should appreciate my loyalty for the club, that even after so many years, I have come here sitting on the, you can call it an aeroplane, because it was raining outside and it was difficult for me to come. Still, I came, and I'm very joyous today. I'm very joyful. I am full of joy that I'm here in front of all you people. The story is, now you must have understood, it is about me and my loyalty towards the club. And I will not lie that since I'm here after so many years, I am nervous, and but still, I think that one thing that we all share, and I also share with you after all these years, is the kira, in English, verb, to be on the stage and give a public speech, and the energy that you get from it is unparalleled with anything else. And that should be it for today from my side. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Anuja. Can anybody guess forward? Loyalty. Okay, okay, yeah, I think so. All four you are identified. Good. Next one, guess. Yeah. What is the name? Just Sheetal.
Okay, I'm just going to talk about my. I'm just going to talk about my experience whenever I'm just working with my teammates and with my family members. So whenever it comes to the my office work, I'm always like, you have to complete this training, you have to complete that training, and also you have to lead this functionality also. You have to complete everything at a time, and the deadline is tomorrow. So it's like when I say I can't do this, they say no. You should be compliance of the policy. You should be compliant about the policies or about the company's policy. Then so you have to bring this. Uh, you have to complete these trainings and all. Then when it comes to the team, which always like, yes, I want to do that work. I don't like this project. I want to do other project. So I said, why? You just hold on to this project for some time, and then you will be realize that yes, this is also a good opportunity to learn. But they are like, no, we just want to go. Then it's like for my team members, it's an opportunity for them to uprise uh, in their domain which they are working, because I'm giving them equal opportunities to grow. But sometimes it happens and sometimes it doesn't happen. Now, it's a funny incident when it comes to my family. Once I thought that I should give a surprise to my father on his birthday, and as we know, it's a mobile era, but still, I just went ahead, write a letter to him, and not a letter. It's that card. It's like a postcard. Yes, I write a postcard to him and I send it to him, and he was like, when he received it, what you have written and why you have written this? You could have told me on this phone. I said, yeah, but this was something I wanted to do. Yeah, that's it. Thank you.
Any guesses? Compliance. Okay, two. That is the one more word. Yeah. No, 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 no. You use that word. She used that word. Okay. Hold the line. Both words are there. Today's. Hold the hold. Not line. Hold. Thank you. Yeah. That's your time. No. It's mine. What's your name? Your name? Okay. Guest Sanket.
Hello everyone. I'm very nervous at that time because I'm first time that doing like that exercise. But yes, I have a line of word that I'm very excited. Still, I'm nervous. But yes, guys, that is a. I read about that Toastmaster, and really, I have no letter for this. That how I means go there and talk front of all of people if you have no experience of that. And yes, and something like that when I come today morning and I introduce myself. That time I little bit feeling positivity over there. Yes, that time I decided yes, it's a good platform for me that I will grow my career as well as public speaker goal. And yes, is a very different word. Yeah, but yes, one quote of line that yeah, the all when you communicate or when you make a relationship one of us, then that one of the most important that revenge is always break your relationship. So keep in mind that if you want to grow your relationship, don't think about revenge. Thank you.
Revenge is there? No, no. What do you say? Line, only line is there. Yeah. Letter is there. No, uprise is not there. Uprise is not there. Most of the cheats have that. But line is there. Hold the line. So one line. One word. Excited. Excitement. Thank you. We have one more guest. Guest.
Sandesh.
Guest Sandesh.
Okay. Good morning, sir. Good afternoon. I am Sandesh. So today, I'm today talk impromptu on some of the jumbled words. Today, I have so many friends. I can see happy and smiling faces, and I really fall in their love. Okay. The way they are seeing to me and trying to understand to me. Sometimes some of my past friends they may be jealous about this opportunity with me. But I'm really grateful that I'm getting this platform to speak up what I would like to speak. Uh, that's it from all these 4 words.
How many words you used? What words? How many words you used? All. Okay. You used all 4 words. Jealousy, correct? Happy is not there. Friends is there. No.
Now last week.
You used last one. You used, right? Jealousy is done. Jealousy is. Okay. Match dash in love. All. And last one. It's great. Okay. Thank you. Guess on this. Can we take one more? Okay. Thank you. So, can we take or? So, Toastmasters, Insiya.
I think we need to give a big round of applause. This was one of the most creative table topics that I have come up across. I'll just plug in. My mentee has done a good job. Okay, with this, uh, can you just okay? So, there are okay in a cricket game. In a game of cricket, what are some of the important players or role players that we have? Yes, umpires. Yeah, yes. But I think the umpire is one of the most important player in that game. Likewise, in the game of Toastmasters, we also have an umpire with us who is going to make sure that the game of Toastmasters went smoothly and will also be giving us any feedback, positive and negative, about the whole conduction of the meeting today. So, to play the role of that umpire, we have our very newly elected area director, Toastmaster Mayur, who is going to be the general evaluator for today.
Greetings, district leaders, Mr. President, fellow Toastmasters, and distinguished guests. Good afternoon. We all know that in Toastmasters, feedback is the breakfast for the champions, right? We all are here to become the better version of ourselves. And to help with that, we have the certain amount of players which are going to help us. So let us start with the evaluators who are going to evaluate the prepared speeches. We have seen all the 3 speeches and they were very inspiring, and through that we were able to learn a couple of things. I did. Do you? Great. So please help me in welcoming Toastmaster Chandrashekhar to evaluate the first speech was given by. Do you remember who was the Abhishek Negi? Yeah. So by profession, Toastmaster Chandrashekhar is the engineer, and as we all know that he's a magician and he does couple of magic in terms of transforming the leaders and giving the opportunities to our members. So please do round of applause to Toastmaster Chandrasekhar.
My thoughts and beliefs are different from yours. My thoughts and beliefs are different from audience. This was the key message that our speaker was trying to convey us. And how can we become a better speaker in a multicultural world? That was the key story that was being highlighted in the today's speech. First, I would like to congratulate Toastmaster Abhishek on bringing up such topic to a Toastmaster speech where we have to speak about different kind of audience to a different kind of people. What I really liked about his speech, let me start with the first one. In the starting, he shared 3 different scenarios and then asked us the situation and told us that, have you ever been in such situation where there was a different kind of audience and you had to, address each and all of them, and asked us to raise our hand. So that was a good audience engagement moment, I must say. So that was it that I really liked about the thing. Second thing, that was the whole story in it. So he shared 3 different stories of 3 different events. Now, before I talk about those stories, I would also like to highlight last year I was given an opportunity to become a voting judge at a different contest that was happening in USA. So I attended 2, 3 such contests, and I got to know that the speeches that are given over there are way too different than the speeches are given over here. And I could see the difference in the culture and the speeches that they give. And I was able to relate what the art speaker was trying to say. When we talk about public speaking or in general addressing the audience, there will be always a different set of audience, and that's we have to come up with the challenge that we have to do again. So in his 3 different stories, he talked about the 3 different kind of audience that a person has to go through. And at the last, he talked about the key message that he was trying to share with each and every of us. And that message was unity in diversity. In Toastmaster also, or in any community club, you might see that there are different kind of people giving different speeches. Some are engineers, some are teachers, some are students. So we get to know from each another and we get to learn from each and everything. So a really great story. Now, what could have been added in the story to make this story a really impactful story? content of the speech was really, really amazing. So I have just three recommendations to him on the delivery part from the spacing part. So the first one was the unintentional body language. So while giving the speech, the speaker was actually using the body language, but after a couple of seconds, his hand movement were coming back to this. Now this movement is called as the thinking movement. And I could see that after each and every 10-20 seconds, the speaker was coming to this exact moment where he is touching the hand. So this is called as unintentional body language. So I would recommend him to work on that part. Second was pacing. So throughout the speech, I somehow felt like there were places where he could have taken some pauses, but he just went on going on story after story and story after story. So I, as an audience, was not able to engage throughout. So maybe he can slow down at certain moment when he was talking about that lady who came up on the stage wearing the ethnic attire. This was a key moment in the speech, so he could have slowed down over there. And the last thing was some wording could have been changed. So he said somewhere that our job as a public speaker to do this. I would refrain from saying the word job. I would say the word purpose because we are here to get over the purpose. We have some purpose. So some wording could have been changed. Overall, a really great speech, really good stories, connected stories, and good at key message that he was highlighting. If we can work on body language, pacing, and changing some wording at the key moment, it would have been a really great speech. Back to the general evaluator.
Wow, what a evaluation it was. How? Because Toastmaster Chandrashekhar, last year he was representing our club and area at the division level. So that kind of quality he brings whenever he is taking any role. So really great job. Now moving on to the next evaluator. So next evaluator is someone who is the senior manager in Farmers of Forest Company. And we all know that he is great speaker. So please help me welcoming Toastmaster Anish, who loves decoding music. And let's see how he decodes the speech of second speaker. Who was the second speaker? Yeah, Toastmaster Anish.
Thank you, General Evaluator. After nourishment, shelter, companionship, stories are what we need. Stories are what we live for. My target speaker today delivered a speech using the method of storytelling. What a wonderful way to convey a message. What a story she chose. Travel, adventure, these stories are always something which stays with us. The purpose for today's speech for my target speaker was applying feedback which she received in her earlier speeches. Some of those feedbacks were use of body language, use of stage, and voice modulation. I would start off with how she used and applied those feedback. To start off with the speech, it was very engaging and full of energy. She asked everyone. So I went to this place. Can you guess where this place was? That kept the audience engaged. People were guessing, and audience also guessed the place. So that a good job on that. That is one good way to engage audience. Second thing, what I loved about it, about your speech was at places you use voice modulation. One instance was 360-degree, spectacular, sparkling. So these words and the stress you used to convey this message was very well received and a very good job done. And I would say that you used voice modulation in these instances very well. However, there are also some improvement points which I noted. The first improvement point which I noted, there was a line which said, "These are beautiful moments." Now, this line seemed a bit monotonous. How you could have gone about it? These are beautiful moments. So using and stressing on certain words can be worked upon. Then that is also important to break monotony. If you are speaking in a same line without pauses or breaks or voice modulation, it creates a sort of monotony, which was kind of evident in the initial part of the speech. I would recommend you to work on that by adding some pauses and stressing on certain speeches. Another important recommendation that I would like to give you is stage presence. So while the projector was on, your positioning was somewhere over here and you were moving. And while moving, the projector was right on your face. So in such instances, when you know that projector is going to be used, you can stand out of sight of projector. That is one way to avoid direct eye contact with projector and making yourself uncomfortable on the stage. So that is another recommendation I would like to give. Overall, the message you wanted to give, the, the points you wanted to cover, and the feedback you wanted to apply was very well applied. There were instances where you could do better, but overall, it was a good speech, and I commend you for doing a nice job. Thank you.
Wow, the way he decoded, initially I felt Toastmaster, the way don't need any suggestions or any recommendations, but the way he did, I found out that yeah, this speech can be elevated to the next level. So now moving on to the third evaluator. So our third evaluator is someone who is the project manager in one of the compression company. Of course, he is a mechanical engineer and he loves to play chess and even watch cricket. So please help me in welcoming our incoming president, Toastmaster Raghavendra. To evaluate Toastmaster Ashutosh, please.
Good afternoon, everyone, once again. Toastmaster Ashutosh speech title, Gravy of Leadership. And throughout this speech, we are able to observe that leader in making. Let's start with his speech structure. He opened with building a curiosity around the word leader. So that way he able to get audience interest in his speech. Later in the body, he able to include some cliches like born leader, leader in making, and how Toastmaster is relevant for leadership, and how he rise up in his leadership, identifying his leadership style. And finally, he able to conclude that his leadership style, he gives some couple of words, agile and dynamic. But I want to give one another word, which is a situational. Be, being adapt to leadership style as per the situation. And in the conclusion, he gave us a message that develop all the leadership style: autocratic, bureaucratic, democratic, innovative, coaching, and adapt to the leadership style as per the situation. So throughout the speech, he hold the line very good, well organized speech and well delivered speech. While delivery, he had a good voice clarity, able to understand what he spoke, and had kept the eye contact. He was quite engaging with the audience, comfortable, and he used hand gesture. So that add energy to the speech. One remarkable aspect of his speech, it was a quite informative speech. It didn't have any kind of a story or anything, although he able to engage the audience throughout his speech. But there were few couple of recommendations, kind of improvement I found. First, his speech was quite monotonous. He, as a couple of examples given by Anish, you could added a little bit vocal variety to give emphasis on a couple of words and improve on space. It was quite heavy space your speech. So he could have reduced his speech space and added a pauses where to give emphasis. Toastmaster, where leaders are made. And in conclusion, like develop all the leadership style. It will help and adapt to the situation. So such kind of a vocal variety and space pauses would have increased impact of your conclusion. So in summary, it was an excellent speech, well organized and well structured. You were able to make speech objective, that was identify his leadership style, share some aspect of his leadership style with the audience, and discuss leadership style in general. So he able to mark all the 3 points, but work on the vocal variety, pauses, space, and so it will add more interest and engage audience. To challenge yourself to next speech, I recommend you to add a small story in your speech. Thank you, and over to you, Toastmaster.
Thank you, Toastmaster Raghavendra. So all the evaluators have hold the CRC line. I have used word phrase of the day. You can and have shared the words to authorize all the speakers. Okay. So moving on with the next section, wherein I will ask the role players to see how well we have did in terms of using filler sounds
or any grammatical mistakes. Before that, I would like to ask timer and just share whether all the speakers, I mean, all the evaluators are qualified or not.
Hello, dear Toastmasters and guests. Once again, I'm here to share my evaluation rather than report being a timer. In the beginning, I already mentioned time is not something which is important. Time is everything. If you manage your time, you could manage your life. That was the beautiful quote I came across recently. So now let me share the report of our 3 sessions which we have gone through. The first and foremost important session of the whole Toastmaster meeting, which was the prepared speeches. In that, I already shared that all these speakers been qualified, but I have not shared so far what the time they have taken. For the benefit of guests, the timing for the speeches, prepared speeches was 5 to 7 minutes. Minimum 5 minutes, maximum 7 minutes. Plus, most importantly, there was 30 seconds of the grace period. Every speaker has taken actually the grace period, but so far that was less than 30 seconds. So coming to first speaker, Toastmaster Abhishek, who has taken 7 minutes and 1 second, is qualified. Second, Toastmaster Devali, who has taken 7 minutes 15 seconds. And third speaker, Toastmaster Ashutosh, has taken 7 minutes and 15 seconds, 1 3. So all of us qualified. Second, coming to the table topic speeches. So in case of table topic speakers, the timing was 1 to 2 minutes, minimum 1 minute. If not 1 minute, he is disqualified. At least 1 minute, maximum 2 minutes, and plus 30 seconds grace period. That coming to now the qualifications, you can see Toastmaster Raghavendra, first table topic speaker, taken exactly 2 minutes qualified. Toastmaster Ashutosh, second speaker, taken 1 minute and 47 seconds, is qualified. Third, Toastmaster Anuja, she is qualified. She has taken 1 minute and 2 seconds exactly. Guest Shital, she has taken 2 minutes and 6 seconds. So she is also qualified. Guest Sanket has taken 1 minute and 40 seconds. He is also qualified. Last, unfortunately, guest Sandesh make it possible. He had taken just 55 seconds. So that is the only disqualification in tabletop speeches. Last but not least, the evaluation section. All the evaluators, I can't say that all evaluators are disqualified. So let's say who's disqualified. For the evaluators, the timing was 2 to 3 minutes. For the benefit of guest, I'm saying. So minimum 2 minutes, every evaluator has to speak, and maximum 3 minutes. There was again 30 seconds of grace period. Unfortunately, our first evaluator, Toastmaster Chandrashekhar, has taken 3 minutes and exactly 34 seconds. So he is not qualified for the evaluation, for the awards. Toastmaster Anish, second evaluator, taken 2 minutes and 55 seconds. He is qualified. Last evaluator, Toastmaster Raghavendra, has taken 3 minutes and 13 seconds. 1 3. He is qualified. So with that note, I would like to stop here.
Few of the people. I would like to address few of the good usages which has been done by the people here and some bad usages. So we had Toastmaster Chandrashekhar who have come upon and have spoken some good lines, and he used some good words like be humble to others, easy part, and such. We have the Toastmaster of the day, Insiya, who came and spoke many good phrases. Admire the most, fresh up, fresh up over memories, freshen up over the memories, engrossed in their phone, hopscotch, dinners, and something more. She has done some bad usage by adding multiple sentences in one intent. Then yes, so that I would like to recommend to correct that. She has also used his and her, which normally some normal mistake many people do, and we have to use either his or her in our conversation. We had timer also spoke in some good sentences. Keeping a note and check on time was a good phrase to look at. Dictating the same agenda again. We have Toastmaster Abhishek, who have spoken some good grammar here. The title was itself was good, except unity in diversity. It was a good title. Multicultural word, multicultural world, and ethnocentric. He had also done some good some bad usages as well, like in the example for a food example, which can be corrected as in the example we have an example in we have example in food, so that can be utilized or something more better at too. We have Toastmaster Devi, who had spoken a wonderful speech and story. So she had done some good usages like beautiful sunset happening in the west, lot of positivity, to do rappelling at the opening of the valley. That was some good usages that she had done. Some mistakes that she had carried, which can be improved. I was I was gone for that. Can be converted to I had gone for it. Second one is headed towards cross narrow road, which can be converted to headed further through the narrow road. Another one is how the festival is. You could have used it how good the festival was. Trees were sparkling in that. So you could use such correct statements. You can just mesmerizing was the last mistake, and you would I could say you should use you would feel just mesmerizing by going to that place. What you were indicating. Um, Ashutosh has done some good usages as well. I like to quickly wrap this up. Gravy of leadership, bang on, cliche of leader lines, subtle small differences were some good usages. Game of survival was one more add-on to it. There were some bad usages. I guess maybe I have caught it wrong, but then he happened to spoke like biocritic, which should be autocratic or bureaucratic. Demographic of people instead should be utilized at demography of people. Then I guess we have some few more other people who have spoken good things. General Valto Mayur has used like decoding music. It's a good phrase which one can utilize. And Toastmaster Anish, he has used at places you used voice modulations. So it's a good point to state. He had made one mistake, which makes monotonous can be utilized as which makes the speech monotonous to indicate the meaning noun here. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Pranav, for that detailed report. We really appreciate. Moving on with the R counter. So to act as a R counter, we have someone like as we are facing the issue, let's like we will be able to see from the laptop. So we have someone who is the engineering student, Toastmaster Abhishek. Over to you. Toastmaster Abhishek, can you unmute yourself?
Yeah. Am I audible and visible to everyone in the meeting room? And my screen is visible to everyone.
Toastmaster Abhishek, we are not able to hear you. Can you try now?
And now is my screen visible and I am
Yes.
audible?
Yes, you are. Go ahead.
Okay. So kudos for making this session a wonderful and joyful one as always. And let's start off with my our counter report. Before my our counter report, let's see who are in the flawless and the almost flawless speakers category. So by the list, you can see you have made my job pretty easy because we have many flawless and almost flawless speakers, and we applaud after my almost flawless speaker list ends. So in the flawless speakers, we have Toastmaster Anish, Toastmaster Chandrashekhar, Toastmaster Insiya, Toastmaster Abhishek, Toastmaster Ashutosh, guest Anuja, Toastmaster Mayur, and Toastmaster Deep. In the almost flawless speakers category, we have Toastmaster Raghavendra and Toastmaster Nikhil. Can we have huge round of applause for them? So let's start off with the R counter report, starting with Toastmaster Devai, who has used 5 times R. Her favorite word or the repetition word were and the, which she has used for 4 and 3 times. The other word she has used a couple of times was have and had. Toastmaster Ashutosh, who has used so 3 times. Toastmaster Abhishek, who has used like 2 times. Toastmaster Nikhil, who has used to are 2 times. Toastmaster Raghavendra, who in table topic and in evaluation is used 3 times, and his favorite word was and, which he used twice. Guest Anuja, who her favorite word was also and, a repetition word which she used 2 times. Guest Sheetal has used 4 times. Guest Sanket used 5 times and but 3 times. Guest Sandesh used 5 plus times and so 2 times. Moving on with the Toastmaster Insia or Toastmaster of the Day has used 3 times and so 3 times. Toastmaster Chandrasekhar has used that, his favorite word, 2 times. Toastmaster Mayur has used 1 time and so 3 times. And our grammarian Toastmaster Pranav has used 5 plus times, so 3 plus 3 times, and 2 and we 3 times. And his repetitive word that he has used multiple times was have and has. So with this, I hand over the stage back to the general evaluator. Thank you for your listening.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Abhishek. I could see a beautiful report, but you can't see because of the issue. So Toastmaster Abhishek, please drop that report on our WhatsApp group and we will love to go through it. It's a really wonderful report. Thank you so much. Now, I would like to evaluate throughout the meeting what went wrong and where we could have improved. So we'll start from Toastmaster Anish. We started the meeting at 11:04. Ideally, it should be 11, but it's completely okay because of the hybrid setup, and that is Toastmaster Anish was spot on for doing all the efforts which were required. So he set the meeting room very crisp, means all the we could see all the instruments were in place. He read the club mission and even explained rules very well. So that was good to see. And even he was sitting over here welcoming all the guests. So that was really awesome. You did complete justice to that role. Please appreciate Toastmaster Anish for all the efforts which he has done. Then moving on with the president, Toastmaster Chandrasekhar. So when he came on the stage, he first took the guest introduction. That was really spot on. Then he acknowledged the presence of district leaders and he talked about the theme. All the words or the kind of throughout his talk, we could see the positivity and we could see that we felt proud of that address. Then moving on with the Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Insia. So please give a round of applause to Toastmaster Insia. Whenever she comes on the stage, we know that she does wonders. And today uh, she did the same thing. No magic or nothing, no wonders. So what I really like about the way she conducted the hosting, actually she was very clear with the timing. So she was throughout the meeting, she maintained that we are not over crossing the timings. So that was really good job. Then she shared the beautiful presentation. She took a trip to the memory lane, wherein we could see all the games which we used to play in the childhood. And in fact, she went ahead one more step and she asked us to play one of the step, right? Then she covered most of the most played game in the childhood. That was innovative way to describe the way she described the program that level 1, level 2, and level 3 nobody did in the past, but she come up with that idea. So that was really thought provoking, and we really have love and enjoyed that. Because of that, throughout the meeting the engagement was there. Thank you so much. Moving on to the our counter. So our counter was Abhishek Verma. So as I rightly mentioned initially, that his report was really good. He explained the rules very well, and I don't have any recommendation because he appreciated who has used uh, the killer sounds. So that was really good job. Then moving on with the grammarian. So Toastmaster Pranav, believe me, he's playing for the first time. So I don't have any words for you because the way you did justice to the grammarian rule, because it was long report, he tried to cover each and every one. So there are few recommendations. So first recommendation is that what I felt like you could have focus more on highlighting the who has used the word of the day and phrase of the day. You said that whoever came on the stage use that, but we are excited to come to see or to hear our name in your report. We are waiting for that moment. And in Toastmaster, appreciation is even in wherever we go, that we love to being appreciated, right? So please don't miss on that. We want to see our name in your report. Then the second thing is that whenever like you were able to tell that who has used the word of the day, and even good usage you were able to tell, right? But when you are saying any wrong usage or whenever you are correcting, don't tell that person name. We don't want to come in that wrong report. Okay. So so make sure that you are not covering in wrong report, but in right report wherever we are getting appreciated. Okay. So that is the only two recommendation which I have, but really great job. In terms of timer, you did complete justice to the role, but as we know that timing is very important. So I want you to have the agenda in front of you and just show the red cards. Whenever somebody is crossing the limit, show the red card, and you are the like controller of whole meet. You can't you are ready to show red card to president or anyone. So please do that. We want you to do that. And the second thing is that whenever you feel that we are overshooting the timing, so you can write the timings over here. So instead of so that is the only recommendation which you have, just to save time. You can write the timing sequences and just say that okay, these are the timing sequences, so that we can. But in some cases we have to do this. But you did complete justice to the to your role. So please appreciate all the role players. That it really wonders. Moving on with the our table topic master, Toastmaster Nikhil. So everyone acknowledge and everybody knows that he came with the innovative idea. Nobody like very rare we see that such ideas get selected and presented. But you did really great job. I really appreciate the way you ask or you follow the sequence wherein season Toastmaster and then the guest, and you cover around 6 people. So that is even appreciable. I wanted you to cover few more people. Like we gave allocated 22 minutes to you, so you gave the chance to 6 people. So you could have taken more. Uh, and only one thing is that I would have loved to see taking more control of the stage. I felt somehow you were left out. So I want you to take more control of the that role which you are playing. So that is the only recommendation. But you did really great job. Coming to the general recommendations, again, I would love to means I really want people to join this meeting room 15 minutes before. So the second thing which I want is that if like as you have delivered the prepared speech, right? So as we know that we want to give opportunity to each one to come on the stage. So if you have delivered prepared speeches, so like based on the timings or the situation we are in, I to give chance to the ones who are haven't speak, because we are here to support each and everyone. So please acknowledge that fact and give opportunity and motivate them. Go ahead, you have to come on the stage and deliver the speech. So I really want each member to do that. And in general, few things which I really love in our club, which is the firm handshake, which we do and we love, and the round of applause. We never miss that. We could see a lot of sound coming from this room. and then the positive environment. We love our meeting environment which we set. I'm really proud of that. And the only thing in terms of I felt at some point audio was not completely audible, so we can take that challenge and improve in the next. But overall, I really enjoyed the meeting, and please give each one of you that you played the roles, and because of that, we were able to conduct this meeting. Now, I would like to give control back to Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster.
Thank you so much. Okay, so I think we are done with our evaluation, the level 3, the evaluation of the game of Toastmasters. Now, as I mentioned in the beginning, today we have a bonus level. Okay, and the bonus level here is that we are going to unveil the newsletter of Toastmasters Club of Pune Northwest. So, I know the light is not supporting me. Okay, but I am very excited because I was also playing the newsletter chair for the newsletter, and the team of newsletter that is Toastmaster Sanika, Toastmaster Nikhil, Toastmaster Deep, Toastmaster Mayur, and Toastmaster Devai, Toastmaster Abhishek, and Toastmaster Chandrashekhar, and Toastmaster Nilesh. So this was the team of the newsletter. We have tried to come up with this newsletter that I hope that everybody of you will cherish. So the theme of the newsletter that we took this time was My Firsts. And that was the theme, and we've tried our bit to cherish all the firsts that everybody of you have gone through, and there's a lot of effort that is put in the newsletter. I hope that you all would like and enjoy the newsletter. So I think what we can do is maybe we can start the newsletter on the laptop, and everybody can come a little bit closer so that the newsletter can be seen. I think so it is. Yes. Okay. So I think we'll start in this and we'll let everybody come in the front. I think that would be better than just time bound meetings we have. Please, everybody. Or else we can put it here. We can put it in the front. Better way. Yes. Yeah, we can do that also, howsoever, but that will take time, right? I just don't want to, because it's already we've yes, so that we can just. It's okay, I'll share it on the group. You will have a lot of time to go through it. Here, right now, we're just unveiling it. Just. Okay, have we started? Please. Should I be here? Okay, so this is the cover of the newsletter. Can we do it in a full view zoom? Like, yes. Okay, so my first, and as we know that firsts are always special, so we've started with yes. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Who? Oh. Like to speak about this page? No, nothing, not speaking, please. The contents page. We have some
leaders' words of wisdom.
we have some leaders, district area directors who have spoken about their journeys and their efforts. by which is no the leader is
You can
yes, yes. You can always read it. President Toastmaster Chandrashekhar.
sample who is still a presidential director who and no rated son is
Yes. So,
yeah, that is Victor.
yes.
And then from our district director, District Toastmaster Simarami, English Toastmaster Aditya Maitro, Simarami.
Then we have
shared Simon Smart Partner, that then by the club board director, Distinguished Toastmaster Nadine Pune, and then by our division director, Toastmaster Aditya Saxena, and also by our area director, Distinguished Toastmaster Dinesh Chaudhary. So these are the few district leaders we were able to reach out, and they were happy to share their address with us. And some of our club members who are also representing as an area director at district level from Toastmaster Venkatesh.
now we have some members who has spoken about their first in the different articles.
What comes first, happiness or success? My first realization. So please do read it. Then by Distinguished Toastmaster Minal, what are your memories of first? So he talked about what she's really talented, as everybody knows. Then by area director Toastmaster Jay, his first area director role is still going on. I think so.
Yes.
The term is not over yet in June.
Then we have
Then by
Toastmaster Nikhil. We have his
always the soul of life. Let's see, some days in future we will see him performing guitar over here.
yes.
Yeah.
And we have Toastmaster Abhishek Negi, who has spoken about his first TMOD role that he's taken ever.
ITT. And then
Again,
by
Toastmaster the
Toastmaster Deep has given two
articles. He's very enthusiastic, and that I can see.
by our upcoming VP membership, Toastmaster Sanika. Okay.
And we have Toastmaster Nilesh.
Of our champion speaker. And by Toastmaster Shalmali. And I see some of the pictures taken.
Yes, that is
Don't
Toastmaster
think we
Shalmali.
okay, Toastmaster Shalmali has
Yes.
visits that she is talking about in her article. So do read it. Then by Toastmaster Swati,
her mentoring role.
her first mentoring role as a club mentor. And by Toastmaster Abhishek. Trip to see Agarpur, so Toastmaster Devai can definitely relate to it.
Yes. They have some creativity.
There is a section called Unboxing Creativity. Yeah, we see Toastmaster Nikhil playing his guitar.
And Toastmaster dancing on the tunes. Yes.
And many forms of dance. We see Toastmaster Insiya doing a mandala. Yes, right?
Yeah, yeah. That is how it is. Toastmaster Sanika.
Beautiful paintings by Toastmaster Sanika. This was I was not knowing.
Yeah.
And
this is some fun thing called guess the captions. So here there are some photos given and there are some captions. You have to match it. So you can do it in your leisure time, match the captions, which match the photos. Because it's all Instagram nowadays. Okay, so this is some exciting thing. So we have come up with TMCP and W awards. We have something called as always up for speech award, which is not the Toastmaster Ashutosh because he is always up for taking speeches award. We have creative theme finder award. Then we have most puns award, which is again to the only Toastmaster Chandrashekhar. Savior award is given to Toastmaster Tulsi. She saves all the time. Then we have best dressed award, and that's Toastmaster Deep because he's mostly very well dressed. So, and the meeting guru award, none other than Toastmaster Jay. I couldn't think of anybody else. So these are some of the awards that we planned to give in. This is Fun Ka Pun. No. It's from Toastmaster Chandrashekhar, so I'm sure that they are going to be very funny. Please go through it. Then we have a bingo. My first bingo. Please go through it. Anything that you have done, if you remember of your first salary, you just have to say bingo so that you can remember all of that. All done? Good to know. Then this is one new thing, additional thing that we've added this time is the promotional pages. So there are so many Toastmasters within us who has very good YouTube channels, pages of different things. We've added their details in this. You can always go follow them and interact, networking. Yes. Now unboxing Toastmasters Club of Pune Northwest. Now these are some pictures of the meetings. Yes.
We are present to 125.
Yes.
You conducted a joint meeting of area C1.
So that is all the pictures. These are some of the awards that we Crescendo and all.
Toastmaster Mineral was outstanding Toastmaster of Division C and many more awards that we see over here. The list is never ending, so I will not read all of them. So my name is also there.
Now these are all the photos. These are some of the testimonials that we have gotten from different people about the club and the guests' first impressions. Then we have the members. I hope everybody's picture is in there. Then we have the current XCOM and the coming XCOM. Then the newsletter team.
And study anywhere.
Yes. And as you can see, the newsletter thank you note. Okay, with this, I'm going to announce a surprise that we newsletter team has decided. And that is quiz. So we are going to have a quiz. Not today, of course. The quiz is going to be basically on the newsletter. So you have to go through the newsletter to win the quiz. Okay, as easy as that. All the details of the quiz, and it's not just that you're going to this play quiz, there is something exciting gift that is going to be given to you. The first two winners, that is first place and second place winner, is going to get something from the newsletter team. So we are going to give you a week's time to go through all the articles, go through all the newsletter uh, things that we have come up with and volunteer for the quiz. Okay, so all the details will be shared by Toastmaster Nilesh and Toastmaster Deep on the group regarding the quiz. With this hope that this newsletter does bring smiles on your face, and I hope that you do enjoy the newsletter. With this, I think I'll give control back to Toastmaster of the day, so it's me. Okay, thank you, everybody. With this, I think we're running. I think we're running late. How many minutes? 13 more minutes for the meeting to end. Okay. Before that, I think we'll do quickly the moments of like the voting part. Yes. So basically, for the voting part, everybody of you will have to put your eyes closed, head down. Best speaker, best evaluator, best role player, and best auxiliary role player, and best table topic speaker. I will take names, and if you want to vote for that person, you just have to raise your hands. Yes, easy. Close your eyes. No cheating. Okay, so the first for the best speaker, Toastmaster Abhishek Negi. Whoever wants to vote for Toastmaster Abhishek, please. Done? Then Toastmaster Devai. Toastmaster Ashutosh. Okay, now we'll go towards the best evaluators. Toastmaster Anish. Toastmaster Raghavendra. Okay. Best table topic speakers. Toastmaster Ashutosh. No, Toastmaster Raghavendra first. Then Toastmaster Ashutosh. Toastmaster Anuja. Guest Sheetal. Guest Sanket. Done. Okay, now it's time for the best auxiliary role player. First, the sergeant at arms for today, Toastmaster Anish. The people who wants to vote for Toastmaster Anish. Okay. Then we have a timer for today, Toastmaster Deep. Then we have our grammarian, Toastmaster Pranav. And our counter, Toastmaster Abhishek. Okay, now the best role player award. First, the table topic master, Toastmaster Nikhil. Yeah, a lot of fun. Then we have the general evaluator, Toastmaster Mayur. Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Insiya. Okay, I think with this, we are done with the voting for today. Yeah, the online poll has also been done. Okay. Okay. So now I think it's time, before giving the control to the president for the moments of glory and winner, winner, chicken dinner kind of a situation, I will play a quick game because that was planned, and we'll just do it quickly. Okay. So have you all heard of something called as Simon Says? A game called Simon Says. No, okay. Okay, so in Simon Says, basically, if I say Simon says clap, you're going to clap. But if I just say clap, you're not going to clap. You have to be very good listeners, okay? You only have to do it when the Simon is asking you to say, do things. Okay? Stand. Simon says clap. Simon says stand. Simon says bend. Sit. Simon has not asked you to sit. Okay. Uh, Simon says sit. Simon says stand. Simon says put your hand on your lips. Jump. Remove your hand from your lips. Remove your hand from your lips. Simon says remove your hand from your lips. And Simon says it's a wrap. Okay, with this, I think I have to give the control back to our president for today, who will be announcing the winners and the moments of glory. With this, I hope that you all enjoyed the meeting and I was successful in making you remember all your childhood games. Thank you all. Back to you. Thanks.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster of the Day. Can we have a big round of applause for her as well? So first, I would like to inform you all that though our meeting time is usually 2 minutes, 2 hours and 15 minutes, as today is our last meeting, so we actually had extended the meeting timing to 2 hours and 30 minutes. And I still see that we might exceed the time by 5 or 10 minutes. So I would like someone to second that if we can extend the meeting timing by 5 minutes. Can anybody second that? Yeah, thank you so much. So before we actually go ahead and announce on the winner for today's meeting, last month we had our district conference and there were some of our members who were being awarded. Some do went over there, but some were not able to go over there. So I would like to congratulate them. So I would ask them to come up on the stage and receive their thing that they have received as an accomplishment. So first is actually, this is way before that. This is from our district Club Group Director, Distinguished Toastmaster Milind Patwardhan, to Nikhil Dhupkar as Power of Two. So I would request him, Toastmaster Nikhil, to come up on the stage and receive it. This is a small token of appreciation from him because Nikhil was not feeling well from last couple of 2-3 weeks in Kashmir. Yeah. And then we have the award for long-standing Toastmaster to Toastmaster Insiya and Excellency in Education. So I would also request her to come up on the stage. Looks kind of beautiful. Thank you. Yeah, there is one more. Should I open it? Yeah, it's a clock. So yeah, again. Yes. Please. Okay. Okay. Yes. Now let us come ahead with the meeting awards. So we have 5 different categories for today. So let us start with the first. That is the best speaker award, and the best speaker award goes to the one who taught us how to put the gravy in the leadership, Toastmaster Ashutosh. Thank you. The best evaluator award goes to one who is also really good storyteller and was listening to the story, Toastmaster Anish. Now comes the best auxiliary role player award, and that goes to our timer of today's meeting, Toastmaster Deep. And now comes the interesting one for best role player, that goes to our innovative table topic master, Toastmaster Nikhil. There is a small tie in the table topic section. So the winner for today's table topic section are Toastmaster Ashutosh and Toastmaster Anuja. I would request both of them to come on the stage. Yes. No, no, I'm just shaking the hand. Yes. You can come also. We'll take a photo. Thank you. Now, before we close the meeting, I would also like to thank my current XCOM team who has actually helped me throughout this whole term. In the starting, I felt like it is going to be a really big task for me, but with the help of my XCOM team, considering Toastmaster Tulsi is also over here, so I would like to ask her to come up on the stage and share what her experience has been for 1 to 2 minutes. Let's not take it furthermore, and then we will quickly wrap up with today's meeting. Okay, the road is also blocking her way.
Thank you, Mr. President. It was a great pleasure, and I feel very honored that I am standing before you and explaining how I spent my this term. Actually, I have not spent even a single day not thinking about Toastmasters. The entire 6 months kept me busy. That how the this week meeting is going. I'm going to conduct. Who is going to take the role? I have lots of challenges, and I felt that that was a rewarding work because it gives me lots of confidence to come on the stage and talk in front of you. And also, I found a great support of Mr. President because he helped me a lot to conduct each and every single meeting. He has done a great job in my tenure. I am very thankful for that. That I was a VP Education when he was the president, and also I I just want to uh, thank all the members who has put faith in me and my entire team and supported me a long way. So thank you very much. Thank you all the members.
Now, with that, I would like to say thank you each and everyone and all the best to the upcoming XCOM meeting, which I am also part of. And I would like to adjourn this meeting and would request everyone to come for a group picture. We can stop recording, or if it is not,
Recording.
who's recording it?
We didn't start it in second.